Hello, welcome back to Richless. I know it's been a minute. You're probably wondering where I've been. I've been here working hard. It's been a busy summer, but the work continues. I've been filming things still, and I have content in the pipeline. Today's video is going to show you what goes into a $55 million hotel renovation. I was invited to stay at the Hyatt Regency Irvine, located in Irvine, California. While there, I met with the General Manager Sid Ramani, who took me on a tour of the entire building and also provided insight into what it takes to pull off a transformation of this magnitude. Hyatt Regency Irvine sets a new example of what the hospitality experience should be by modernizing and elevating every aspect of a hotel stay. It really feels like what the 21st century hotel experience should be. For this video, you won't hear too much from me. You'll mostly hear from Sid. I had him mic'd up during the tour, and he provides great information. So please enjoy. I'll interject here and there, but for now, I'll let him take it away.
Hyatt purchased this hotel back in August of 2022, and the building had been owned by the Irvine company. It had been closed for about 3 years for COVID, and so we purchased the hotel, and immediately we started diving into plans on what do we want to do with it, right? Because the building had been closed for so long. So Hyatt made the decision to renovate the hotel while keeping it closed, and then open it as kind of the repositioned Hyatt Regency Irvine and really showcase what the future of the Regency brand is going to be. So between September 2022 to August 23, we got the majority of the renovations done, and we opened the hotel in record time. Typically these projects take 3 to 4 years. We really accelerated because the building was closed. We had the ability to really move quickly, right? And so the entire renovation was done with really this very expedient timeline. And we wanted to also show what's possible in terms of how quickly some of these projects can be done. We did our soft opening in August of 2023, right? And we opened with just 3 floors, a temporary market that we built in one of our meeting spaces. And since then, you can see, and we'll walk around, all these other aspects of the hotel have come along. One thing that I'm really proud of is that this is a renovation and a design project where we were very, very intentional about every aspect of the hotel. Typically, a GM is brought in about 6 months before the opening. You basically get a building that's almost ready, right? And you take the operations. I got in before we even knew what to do with it. So I came here the day the deal closed. They said, we bought the hotel, we want you to come over. So I came up here and I'm like, okay, what do I do now, right? I just have to make sure that people know Hyatt bought it and that now I'm babysitting the building. And then the design, nothing had started. So I got to do it from day one, which was very exciting to me. But even going back to the design, right? You'll notice this once you stayed overnight in your room, there's plenty of power on both sides of your bed to plug in. So we really focused on removing that friction, right? Another one is the mattress on the sofa bed. We actually chose an upgraded mattress for that. So when the kids are on the bed, or even if it's 4 adults sharing a room, that you don't have that typical rollaway experience. So we're not rolling in a beat up rollaway bed and hitting the corridor on the way in, right? There's no rollaways in the building. It's these sofa beds that are upgraded and really comfortable to sleep on. Right, hydration stations. So there's hydration stations throughout the lobby and in every meeting space. So we have these 2 beautiful aluminum bottles that you can purchase. You purchase it, it's a one-time purchase, and then you're refilling that bottle for the entirety of your stay. Typically also, and I think this will resonate with you, when you go to a hotel and you're with a family, perhaps, or multiple people, you check into this massive suite, and it's got all these beautiful furniture, but it's got only 1 king bed. So you got the biggest suite in the hotel that can only accommodate a couple, right? And so we were really intentional in our suite product too. We have bunk bed suites, which are designed for families that we'll show you. We have an extended stay suite with queen beds, so that if a family is relocating here, they have the ability to have this full kitchenette, but also have 2 queens in it, right? And then we've got hospitality suites that are designed for you to be able to have a reception up there. right? And so we've been really thoughtful in thinking about how does the traveler actually use our rooms as opposed to them trying to figure out, okay, this is not a best case scenario, but we have to suffer through this as a family. This is a very interesting hotel, right? It's in a business complex, but it's a very pretty business complex. You got a ton of greenery, you feel a little bit secluded from the main street, you don't really hear that noise, right? And so while we have all this business travel that's coming to us, we said on the weekends, we want to be a leisure destination and through the summer. And so we're going to have the only kids slides in the pool in this area. And so we see ourselves as an alternative to Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, for people that want something that's this sophisticated and elegant while still having an awesome pool experience. So let's talk through pool. So we're gonna have 9 cabanas. So if you look at the far left corner, you're gonna have those cabanas that have the privacy walls. Those will have fire pits in them. And then you'll have 6 cabanas. So you see the little platform on the top right? That's where the slide is gonna get installed. And then to the right of the slide is 6 cabanas. And then zero infinity pool you can see. This L-shaped building is the pool bar. This lawn is our event lawn where you can do weddings, parties in the evening. And then we have a pavilion, which is a 6,000 square foot, fully temperature controlled tent. On the back wall where the light pole is, there's going to be a video screen that's 24 feet by 17 feet. That's bigger than the one in the lobby. And it's going to be a TV basically. So we're going to be able to show sporting events. We're going to be able to show the Olympics. So you could be there. We can do kids' night. So what's one of the challenges with movie night when you go to a hotel, right? Travel last summer, movie night starts at 8 p.m. because of the sunset. With this screen, it's an outdoor quality screen, we can start movie night at 6 p.m. So that's going to be fantastic. No one has slides, outdoor video wall, bigger than the one in the lobby, with outdoor quality and being able to show sport. Super Bowl Sunday, we can have a pool party. You're going to have the restaurant, walkway, and then pool. So if you're sitting on the pool patio out there, you're going to be able to look at all this pool action too, which is going to be really nice. You could spend 3 days here, right? And a day and a half could easily just be in the hotel. Right? And then you could do the Disney, you could do the whale watching in Newport Beach, you could do whatever those other activities are in the area. And so really, I think it goes back to that is, this becomes an all-encompassing leisure destination. And so for me, it was really important is what are you coming here and experiencing that you don't have the ability to experience on your own? Right? How do you try something that you wouldn't be able to try anywhere? Or, how do we challenge you to have a little adventure in what you're drinking, what you're eating, how you're staying, and remove all this friction. So this was really designed, this is what we call our co-working space, right? So this is a space, we don't want you to sit in your room and work on your laptop. We want you to come down here and hang out and be social, right? So you see the gentleman working there, and I don't necessarily need you to make friends, but I want you to feel part of this community in our hotel where you can come down and sit and feel safe and have a space where you can work. And so those 3 rooms back there, we'll go back, but they're what we call telephone huddle rooms. They're free to use. If you want to take a call, you need to get on a Zoom call, you want some quiet space, you can go in there and just use it. We've got a banquette, all these different levels. So this is a quiet space to just take a phone call if you need to. And these things are very popular on a weekday morning. If you come down here, they're all being used. So again, we really challenged ourselves, right? You got chocolate milk for the kiddos, right? You got Fairlife, you got your Coke products, we've got Asian beverages, we've got beer and wine, ice cream. And so really we want you to come in here and there's gotta be something you like, right? It's not you're walking in here and saying, oh they don't have my favorite beverage. So here's all your chips, and we have an affiliation with the popcorn company that is really awesome popcorn. again, you can buy beer, wine, chips, all of that. And then you come in here, this is where all your salads, your parfaits, your fresh fruit is, right? We get freshly squeezed orange juice. We have a breakfast and a dinner special right out here. So again, to your point, it's not your traditional market. You want a hot breakfast with, typically it's an egg item and then a meat and a starch item. So you can get a box to go breakfast and really enjoy a hot meal. Or you could go to the restaurant. So we don't want to assume that everyone wants to spend 45 minutes having a sit-down breakfast, right? Someone wants to have it quickly. Have it here. We have the ability to have an omelet station and a live pasta station at night, so we activate those on busy nights and busy mornings.
The preview of Warehouse 72 starts with a mock-up of the bar.
Just look here quickly at some visuals, right, of the restaurant. So this is the bar. That's the main entrance. So this is the first thing you'll see when you walk in. This is your indoor and outdoor space. So that's what the outdoor seating looks like. And then that's the main dining room with digital art in there too. That also is kind of ties into what you see in the lobby when you walk in. The screens, you guys called it out, right? It takes like this really warm traditional lobby from there, and as you walk in here, really modernizes it. So this artwork was done specifically for us, right? It's movement artwork. The Hyatt brand video showing. We've got our partnership with Future Fitness that shows up to tell you that you can utilize that. And so really our intent is to sell it to groups, right? So if you are a group that's buying out the ballroom, you have the ability to message here. So, meetings, we have 50,000 square feet of meeting space, indoor and outdoor. So meeting business is also big for us, not just the leisure family. Sure. All of this space can be rented out from a meeting perspective.
When I was there was a concert going on where they had about 1,000 people inside of that giant ballroom. It's massive, and it can also be divided up into smaller rooms. The gym was designed by the hotel's team, and it's large and it features double flooring for sturdy and cushioned impact. And it also places equipment around the perimeter of the gym rather than a maze of equipment all throughout the middle of the floor.
I want to point out this. So these are quotes from diverse athletes through the ages that we said, instead of putting up some artwork that's nondescript, how do we put up some inspiring quotes? So we just did some research and we picked some diverse athletes to inspire you.
The gym features state-of-the-art equipment, including Peloton bikes, Life Fitness cardio equipment, free weights, and various weight machines.
It feels a little bit quiet, but I think what we're finding out is the way people use this space, it makes sense.
Sid found that more times than not, people were asking for the music to be turned off. And so he took the music off, and no one has asked for the music to be back on since.
This is our extended stay suite. This is actually a tall, skinny room that we didn't know what to do with. This used to be its own room. And we're like, this can't be its own room, guys, the way it's shaped. So we said, what do we do with it? And I oversee the Hyatt house down the street too. And they have these suites with these models. So funnily enough, this is a Hyatt house model that we already had designed that we took and we plonked it in here. And it just, the dimensions worked out properly. It changed how this room was perceived, right? And to me now, it feels like a very efficient, like high-rise studio type apartment. You got your stovetop, dishwasher, refrigerator, dining table, right? Lots of natural light, space. You've got this living room area, a room with 2 queen beds in there. You've got an outside patio. This is the penthouse. This is a room where we said, right, this is the kind of room where you want to invite your friends up to parties. So we put a foosball table in here. We put some colorful artwork here to break up this very nice but a little bit more traditional furniture. We're going to add drink rails on either side, so you can really, we wanted you to come up here and have fun, right? This is one of those big suites with one bed. So we want you to have a party up here, right? We want you to invite your friends. A great space to entertain, right? If you had 10 people up here having drinks in the evening, it would be beautiful. And so it's easy to host up here. We can put a bartender behind this thing, right? And now you can have your reception up here. So this is what we call our one-bedroom corner suite. So this is a really good example. This used to be its own room. So this room was its bed, everything in here, right? So look at all these shapes. So imagine a bed in here now with all this furniture. There's no way, right? So it was the least desirable room. So we actually ended up combining these two rooms and we made it into a one-bedroom suite. We kept the bathroom there because that's a pull-out. And so you could have a family of 4 stay in here, or it could be a couple. You got a little extra space and it's really nice. When you do a project like this, you get one shot and you call this out, the building was closed. We had a blank slate. And I love that Hyatt did it and gave us the flexibility to do these things, to really get it right. This is one of my favorites. So this is our bunk bed suite. So you come in here to the left, this is the parents' side. And then if you go in this way, this is where all the fun stuff is. It's a queen and a full bunk bed, right? So we didn't say, hey, put these really itty bitty bunk beds. And this is also a pull-out couch, right? So you think about a sports team coming in, 5 kids. Everybody can be, you're all connected, but you have your own space, multiple bathrooms. And then one of the things that we learned even in the design process, okay, so now the lighting is a little bit dim. So we installed an LED strip up and we put the light switch up there. So if you're up there and you need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, you're not going to crash down here. Right. You turn that light on and you get to turn it off when you go back into bed. So we really thought about how would you use the space and then designed around it.
So you have formally been introduced to Hyatt Regency Irvine, the 21st century hotel experience. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please be sure to do so. I love to know your thoughts, get some feedback, comment down below. We have to build a community here, and I can't do that without you. So please take part. You could have spent your time doing anything in the world, but you chose to spend it here, watching this video, seeing what a $55 million renovation of a hotel looks like. It's not often you get that. So thank you for watching. Thank you to Sid and the entire Hyatt Regency Irvine team for your hospitality. And thank you to C&R PR for this amazing opportunity. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.